Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 2, Unit 3A, Final Exam Review. Remember, no calculator. You must show all your work and to write your final answers on the lines provided. Now, no big calculator. Remember, if you need a baby calculator, go get one. Don't use a phone because you can't use a phone on the test. All right, so it says to solve each equation, give exact reduced answers. Okay, so I'm going to draw the line down my equal sign so I can see the two different sides to the problem. And for number one, on the left side, I don't have to do anything. Sweet. So I'm just going to write that down. 5W, awesome. Don't have to do anything there. But now we've got that pesky 1/2 with parentheses, which means, that's right, I need to distribute. Okay, now this one's kind of an easy one to do, but I'm still going to do it off to the side so you can kind of see my work. Now we're doing 1/2 times 4, and that's 4/1. Now you can cross reduce if you'd like to. I'm just going to multiply straight across because we have those baby calculators. 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 1 is 2, and then 4 divided by 2 is 2. And remember that that is a 2W. Now, you could also say, well, Mr. Grice, I know what 1/2 of 4 is. 1/2 of 4 is 2. Awesome. You can do that as well. Okay? Now, we're going to do 1/2 times -8. So 1/2 times 8/1. I already know that it's negative, so I'm not going to worry about the sign over here. Multiply across. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And once again, 1/2 of 8 is 4. Okay. Now, the next step is to combine like terms. So I'm looking to see if there are any terms that are the same, and that's what I'm going to combine. So on the left side, I'm still not doing anything. And now we have 5W plus 2W, which is 7W. Right. I have variables on both sides. I'm going to move the smaller variable. So I'm going to subtract 2W to the other side. Those cancel. And we get -13 equals 5W minus 4. And guys, from here, it should be smooth sailing. Okay? From here, all we do is follow the rules of SADMAP. Okay? I'm going to cancel my subtraction with addition. And I get -13 plus 4 is -9. And the last thing to do would be divide by 5. So we get -9/5 equals W. You always want to check, can I reduce that? And we can. So our answer is -9/5. All right, number 2. Now, 2 ways that you can do this. If you have your calculator right away, you can start combining your like terms and solving. That's perfectly legit. Okay? I don't like I don't like decimals here. So since I don't like decimals, I want to get rid of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply everything by 100. Okay, why am I multiplying by 100? Well, there are 2 numbers behind the decimal. And to get rid of the decimal, I'm multiplying by 100 because I've got 2 zeros and 100 and 2 numbers behind the decimal. If there was only 1 number behind the decimal, we'd multiply by 10. So 100 times 0.01 turns out to be 1y. And remember, multiply everything. Okay? 100 times 3 is 300. 100 times 0.02 gives me, 2y. And remember, everything 100 times -1 is -100. 100 times 0.03y gives me 3y. And the last one, oh my gosh, almost done. 100 times 2, 200. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine my like terms. 1y plus 2y gives us, whoops, let's get a different color, 3y minus 300. And on the right side, -100 minus 200 is -300. Okay, I have variables on both sides, so I want to get rid of my variables. I'm going to subtract the 3y, so that cancels. But then what happens on the right side? Yeah, it cancels too. So we have -300 equals -300. Is that a true statement or a false statement? Okay, we're left with a true statement. When we're left with a true statement, it means infinite solutions. Okay, number 3. So, fractions. I hate fractions just as much as I hate decimals. So, I want to get rid of them. What do I multiply by? So, if you don't know, I'm going to take a look at all of their denominators. We have 2, 3, and 4. And I want to find a number they all have in common. So all I'm doing is just listing the multiples. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 3 is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, ... Sorry, I forgot the ... dots. 4, 8, 12, 16, ... What number do all 3 numbers have in common? 12. So that's what I have to multiply everything by. I have to multiply by 12. So one at a time, we have 12 over 1 times 1/2. Now right away, you might know what half of 12 is. That's awesome. I'm going to show you the long way. 12 times 1 is 12. 1 times 2 is 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So that first term is 6x. Okay, now we have 12 over 1 times 3 over 4. Multiply straight across, we get 36 over 4. And 36 divided by 4 is 9. Okay, now we have 12 over 1 times 1 over 3. 12 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And that's 4x minus, we already did 12 times 1/2. We did it right here. Okay, so half of 12 is 6. Okay, and now we're going to solve. So I want my x's to one side. I'm going to move my smaller x. 6 minus 4, we get 2x plus 9 equals -6. And now we're just following the rules of SADMAP. I'm going to subtract the 9 to both sides. We get 2x equals -6 minus 9 is -15. And then to get the x by itself, we divide by 2. Those cancel, and we get x equals -15 over 2 because we can't reduce that. So -15 over 2. Number 4. Woo. Looks like we got a lot of work to do for number 4. So first thing that we need to do is, we need to distribute. So 2 times n is 2m. 2 times 7 is 14. I didn't need to do anything on the right-hand side, so I'm just going to leave that the way it is. Okay, after I distribute, I need to find my like terms. On the left side, 2m plus 4m gives me 6m minus 14. Do we have like terms on the right side? Yeah, we have 7m minus m. Now, minus m, that is a 1m. So 7m minus 1m is 6m. Okay, now I have variables on both sides. I'm going to subtract 6m to both sides. And, well, dang, those cancel. And I'm left with negative 14 equals 8. Ugh. Does negative 14 equal 8? That's false. Okay, so when we're left with a false statement, our answer is no solution. Okay, so you can look at number 2. When we solved and they equal each other, that's infinite solutions. When the variables cancel and we're left with a false statement, it's no solution. Okay. Number 5, we need to solve for n. Now, I know everybody freaks out about these. Don't freak out. All we have to do is follow SADMAP. Okay? So, the first thing that we're going to do is what? Think about it. Okay, so since I want to cancel addition or subtraction first, and the n is surrounded by multiplication, I need to get rid of that r squared first. Now people are like, oh, I don't know what to do here. Well, yeah, we don't know what to do because we don't know what m or r are. So we just leave them like that. M cubed minus r squared. And now that equals 2nw. Now, the n is not by itself yet. So to cancel multiplication, I need to divide by 2w. And I'm going to divide both sides. Everything on the right cancels. I can't reduce anything, so I'm left with m cubed minus r squared, all divided by 2w. And just like we wanted, the n is all by itself. So n equals m cubed minus r squared, all divided by 2w. Okay, now number 6 is the same thing. We're solving for h. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want to get rid of that fraction, because if I'm dividing everything, I can't divide fractions. Instead of dividing fractions, we multiply by the reciprocal. And 3 over 1 is the same thing as 3. Okay? So on the left side, we're left with 3a equals pi r cubed h. Now, the h is not by itself yet. So to get the h by itself, we're multiplying everything. So to cancel multiplication, I'm going to divide. And then we're left with 3a over pi r cubed equals h. And the h is all by itself like we wanted. So 3 over pi r cubed. number 7. A regular serving of green tea has 3 times as much caffeine as a serving of decaffeinated green tea. If both contain a total of 72 milligrams of caffeine, find the amount of caffeine in the regular serving. Okay, so first thing that we're talking about is we're talking about regular and we're talking about decaf. So I'm going to set them both as X, okay? Because we're both talking about green tea, right? Now, they tell me something that one of them has 3 times as much as the other, okay? The regular one does. So regular is really 3x and the decaf is x. Now, if both servings contain a total of 72, so that means if I take the regular plus the decaf, it's going to equal 72 milligrams. Now, how do I solve that? Well, I combine like terms. 3x plus x is 4x, and that equals 72. Now, to solve for x, I'm going to divide by 4. 72 divided by 4 is what? Yeah, it's 18. Okay, but pay attention, that's the x. They want the regular, and the regular is 3x. So to get my final answer, I'm doing 3 times x, which is 18. What's 3 times x, or 3 times 18? Yeah, 54. So our final answer is 54 milligrams of caffeine. All right, let's flip it over. Solve the linear application problems. So, if Marie can type 20 characters in 15 seconds, how many characters can she type in 18 seconds? Wow. Okay, what are the 2 things we're talking about? We're talking about characters and we're talking about seconds. So, we're going to set up a ratio. So we got characters, and then we talk about seconds. So our first one is 200 characters, 15 seconds. Now, how many characters can she type in 18 seconds? So they told me the seconds. I just need to find out what the characters are. Okay, so to solve a ratio, we cross multiply. Okay, so 15 times x is 15x, and then 200 times 18. What's 200 times 18? Let's go, get those calculators out. Yeah, 3,600. Now, the last thing to do is to get the x by itself, I need to divide both sides by 15. And then we get that x equals 240. So 240 characters in the 18 seconds. All right, number 9. A pair of shoes is on sale for 25% off. If the shoe regularly costs $70, find the sale price of the shoes after the discount. Okay, so 25%. I need to know what decimal that is. Now, some of you might know right away. If you don't know, do 25 divided by 100. Okay, so we're doing 25 divided by 100, and that equals, yeah, 0.25. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the cost of the shoes, which is $70. We're going to times that by 0.25, and this is going to be the percent off. Okay, so, or our discount. I like that word better. So our discount. Did you guys do that yet? 70 times 0.25? Yeah, the discount, it's 17. Now it says 17.5, but we're talking about money, so that's $17.50. That's our discount. I don't want the discount. I want the price of the shoes. Okay, so now that we found that discount, we're going to take the price of the shoes, we're going to subtract our discount, and then we're going to get our answer. Okay, so $17 or $70 minus $17.50, we get a total of $52, and that's what your calculator is going to say, 52.5. But like we said, we're talking about money, and money has 2 decimals, so it's $52.50. All right, we're almost done. Number 10, the sum of 2 consecutive integers is 247. Find the integers. Okay, so sum 2 consecutive is 247. So we're talking about 2 numbers, okay? And consecutive means one right after another. So if my first number is x, my next number is just going to be x plus 1. So my 2 consecutive x and x plus 1, they equal 247. Okay, so now we just need to combine our like terms. X plus x is 2x plus 1 equals 247. Okay, and now we're solving for x. I'm going to subtract 1 to both sides. And then to get the x by itself, we're going to divide by 2. And we get x equals 246 divided by 2 is 123. Now, it's telling me to find the integers. So if my first number is 123, what's 123 plus 1? Yeah, 124. So they are consecutive integers. All right, last one. So Minka is driving at a speed. So Minka is driving at a speed of 45 miles per hour when she passes Miguel, and he's driving 60 miles per hour. How long will it be until the distance between them is 315 miles? So we're talking about distance, and remember that distance equals rate times time. So since we're talking about 2 drivers, we're going to take Minka's speed plus Miguel's speed. All right, so I know that Minka was driving 45 miles per hour, so her distance equals the 45 times her time. Now Miguel, going in the opposite direction, his distance was, or his speed was 60 miles, and it's the same thing, 60 times the amount of hours. I want to know when that total distance is 315. So the way we would set that up is we would say 315 because that's our distance, and that equals Minka, which was 45t, plus Miguel, which was 60t. All right, let's combine like terms. What's 45 plus 60? Did you get 105? And remember, that's 105t. Okay, we got to solve for t. And to solve for t, I'm going to divide both sides by 105, so they cancel, and 315 divided by 105 is 3. Okay, so how long will it take? Well, remember, they're talking about miles per hour. So the time would equal 3 hours. Okay. Well, guys, that's it for Algebra 2 Semester 1, Unit 3A review. This is Mr. Grice, signing off. Remember, if you have any questions, please come find Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Thanks for watching.